CBS. Sorry, I haven't been uploading some videos. I've been busy. Lately was work. I haven't been really going to any shop tourneys on my locals. Went to one yesterday. Got top 8 out of 19 players, I believe, 19 or 20. The turnout wasn't that big. I don't know why. There's no like big tourneys coming up, but got the mirror promotes, whatever's, unless block has become meta. Maybe against apes. Maybe actually, yeah, maybe against apes. For set 3, this would be really good since the majority of the apes have blocker. And then I got lucky enough to pull the Gohan promo. It's not worth as much as it used to be, but it's still nice to have. So yeah, I got top 8 with Beerus. What's this? I'm not gonna go through the deck profile. The deck profile is still pretty much the same as since I've uploaded it. It has had a few tweaks since then. But other than that, it's like completely the same. It doesn't have the 10 job as a Zamasu in it anymore. I put in some Wiz of the Sacred Guard, which is basically has barrier in it. And I won 2 games yesterday because of this. This card is just simply amazing. I got really impressed that one of my friends survived all 3 onslaughts of the attack. Survived the turn, but he drew down the majority of his hand, so I didn't really have anything to play. He hit me down to no cards, but he couldn't run over my Vegito. He had Brawly, but I had other targets to target on my field, so I popped something else instead of that, and he couldn't survive next turn. Basically, I choked last game, round 4. He just kept bringing up so much stuff, and I couldn't really do anything against it. He was playing he wasn't even playing Mega Free. He was playing Goku Black. He brought out like Further Destruction and Champa, I think that's its name. This Triple Strike, the blows of 15 or lowers. What else did he blow up? He brought out Jirens, he brought out other stuff. He brought a big reason why I lost too is like I had this in hand. Like there was no he had no negates in his hand after like the game was over after he won. He went into the Goku Black, the 8 drop, the one that gets the when it evolves. You kill 3 of your opponent's energies, and that really put me back 3 turns. Because in 2 turns, I would have brought this out, and there was no way he was going to survive that. Because he was tapped out, and he had anything, and then he brought that out. I was like, oof. He kept charging it, but I guess he held one in hand. And then a big thing about Beerus is what I noticed is that playing 2 of these a game helps so much. Every game I did, I played 2. It didn't even hurt. Sure, that was my turn, but I had negates in hand. I was able to block. And since I never attacked them with Beerus, that they would never awaken, or no, they would never awaken, so they would never get resources from their life to their hand. And playing Objection, obviously, I got really lucky too because I got Objection every single game, and it just helped so much. Playing Objection, like my hand was small, sure, but then again, their hand was small as well. Like I said, because I wasn't attacking them. The only time I would attack them is when I would try to kill them. Let's see. Yeah, and then I was gonna play this one game, but I had no reason to because I played this. 1 second. So yeah, that was a big thing. This one, and I put this in my deck like last minute before tournament started, and I'm really happy I did. And like I said, playing 2 of these helped me so much because like that's 2 energy per turn, and you don't have to waste your hand playing it for Objection. And it gives you a 10k body that you can attack stuff, and you can combo with it too. So let's get with set 3. I'm really excited for that. There's a lot of decks I want to make. My biggest thing that I want to make are apes. I'm really excited for the apes. The apes look like they're going to be a good deck. A lot of people are on this Facebook chat that this Facebook group that I'm in. This Dragon Ball Super Discussion page. They say like Mecha Frieza with apes is going to be like meta. I don't see how. I want to make that deck mono yellow because the reason why is because of the Goku leader, the Kid Goku leader. I like it a lot. The fact that once per turn you can look at the top 10 for Obama and add it to your hand. I don't think it specifies color. I would have to read it again. So I know you can search this off with Yeah, mono yellow be good with next set. So, and I really like that they got a 1-drop. Use that new Goku to awaken. Which Goku? And I'm also excited for Vegito. I'm not a big fan of the Vegito leader. I don't think it's that good. It's basically the original Vegito leader. Oh, the Kid Goku. During your too many combos. Yeah, that card's really good, yeah. That card's really nice, can awaken you. And you can the card also works too if let's say it's active during your turn. You can combo with it and it still comes into play. Because it doesn't say when you combo with this card from your hand. So even if it's on field, you can combo with it, ding yourself, take another life, and it still comes into play. Rested. So that's a very nice card. That's another reason too why I don't think Mecha Frieza will be needed. Golden Frieza will still be really good. But I don't want to run like Ginyu things in the deck. You probably could. It would probably work out. But the reason why is because... So the reason why I want to make apes is because I thought the deck was going to be at first. But I saw King Vegeta, and King Vegeta is crazy. So King Vegeta, a great card. It's a 5-drop. It evolves for 3, which is really dumb. And the King Vegeta, which is also a 3-drop, searches off a 5-drop or lower Great Ape from your deck. So you basically get itself. So the Great Ape, it's a 25k double strike, has blocker, I think. I'm not too sure. But its permanent it has 2 permanents. All your Great Apes get barrier, so that you can't pop them as effects that target. But like Broly gets around that because it doesn't specifically choose one. It makes you choose one, and it makes all your Great Apes. I need a card. There we go. All the Great Apes with a cost of this 0. So that means you get free 10k combo cards, and you get effects when you combo with them if you have the appropriate target on field. The best one I would say would be Tora. Because when you combo with it and you evolve, you can kill a rested unit, which is super nice. Fasha, I feel like Fasha's second best in line. Like, I'm not counting King Vegeta. King Vegeta is already good as it is. King Vegeta, like I said, is good. Yeah, Fasha. So Fasha, when she comes into play, when you combo with her, you can choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and rest them. So it's sort of like a free Mecha Frieza, but without popping a card. Without discarding a card to pop. But it doesn't have double strike, obviously. But still, it's a 15k beater that comes in for 1, and it has double strike. The combo card, the super combo, the Saiyan one. I don't think it's that great. Like it's good for bringing out the little guys so you can like combo and evolving onto them, which is super nice. But it's a 3 lower Saiyan, which is that doesn't matter. Like Fasha's a 1-drop blocker. Let me see. Yeah, his Fasha's a 1k blocker. Tora is what is it? Oh yeah, Tora, if your opponent has like 2 battle cards or something rested, you can bring him to play for free, which is super nice. But another reason why the super combo is also good too is that, let's say you have the Fasha ape in your hand and the 1-drop in your hand, so you play the super combo, you play the 1-drop Fasha, and then you combo with the 10k Fasha in your hand, and then you play it at the end of the battle, and then you rest 2 of their cards, which is super nice. The apes I really like too are Goku or Kid Goku and Bardock. Those are really good. The Bardock promo card, the 4-drop, I don't think that card is that great. It has the generic effect, and you combo with it during your turn. You slap it on top of a Bardock. Oh, you're right. Because it's a 3-drop and it's a Saiyan. I'm still figuring out the build. I have like a very like generic build. The card, I think that the hardest card to get is going to be the Vegeta promo, the Dash Pack Ape. It's just a good card. It has to be a 4 of. It's a 20k critical blocker. When you play it or combo was it, you look at the top 3 for a great ape and add it to your hand, then you discard 1. So it's a hand fixer, which is super nice. And also like they have and I feel like the deck's gonna be super aggressive because of March of the Great Apes. It's a extra card 4-drop. You pay 4, you choose 2 apes in your hand that are 4 or lower and play them, and you draw 2 cards. So that's super nice. And they also have Planet Vegeta. So Planet Vegeta, when it comes into play, you look at your deck for a Great Ape. That's 4 or lower, I believe, and add it to your hand. And at the end of your turn, you choose all of your Great Apes and switch them to active mode. Oh yeah, so I apologize. I know March isn't that good. I'm still testing it out. I'm debating about running like 2 or 3. The best targets for that would be Tora probably and Vegeta Ape. Like I might not even run it just for the fact that I can still combo those cards, and then you're losing 10k combos in a sense, but not really. Yeah, so the Goku leader, I just skipped the other side. So the second side is Kid Goku, but he's a Great Ape, and his skill is rest one of yours. Choose one of your opponent's rested, and rest one of your opponent's battle cards, and that card can't be switched back to active mode till the beginning of their next turn. So what's really nice about that is that if you have Planet Vegeta out on the field, it doesn't matter because it's still going to go to active mode at the end of your turn. Which means you can pop stuff with with Tora. And this is another reason why I say Tora is probably like the second best ape, because it pops things for free. It's basically the Beerus of the deck. What else? Well, the new Android deck looks really fun to make. From the movie with Super Android 13, that looks really fun. Mix that with Brawly probably, or I'll try out the Super Android 13 leader. Another thing that's really cool is yeah, so that's also, first off, that's everything about the ape deck. And the negate they got. Okay, so let's talk about that negate. The flying Nimbus. That negate is so good. Pay 1 yellow, obviously. Negate the attack, and then they can only attack with 1 more battle card for the rest of the turn. So, which means like they can still probably attack with their leader card or something. But that's what makes it really good. Is let's say they attack with the leader card first, you can negate that, but then they only have 1 attack after that, and you're like, oh yeah, sure. So I think that card will make Metacooler, not meta obviously, but it will make Metacooler much better. Because you don't have to be worried about... Yeah, basically, yeah, it's a tiny Raccoon. And the card's just insane. And in Metacooler, I was running 4 Raccoon Razor Gun, but paying 4 is really scary. Because if they kill the head in Metacooler, the Metacooler core, you're not getting out your 7-drop Metacooler, and that's how the deck functions. Because that Metacooler core, the Metacooler 7-drop, it does not get the effect unless it's evoed from the head. So now you have a 1-drop answer for that. And don't have to worry about getting bombarded. It's like your opponent can have 87 monsters on the field, but then negate says, oh, you can only attack with 2. Well, 1 more after you negate the first attack. And why reason it's going to be so good is that you can just pitch a Metacooler from your hand, the 2-drop, or even the 5-drop, and survive and fuel up your drop zone. So when the 7-drop comes out, you have targets in your drop. Like that card alone, I think that is going to make that deck so much better. What else? Oh yeah, so androids. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for Brawly. With the Caulifla, I would need to buy kills again because I sold my kills. Oh, look at me, I'm an idiot. But it's fine. Bergamo. I don't pronounce it. I really like that card a lot. I like it a lot. I think it would work best with with a Cell Leader. Because I think it's a yellow card, so you can make it like maybe like blue-green. I mean, yellow-green, or just the entire deck yellow, but the only combo card is green. Because it's a Cell Leader, doesn't matter what you have in your deck. The reason why is because since Cell just draws cards, you'll always have a big hand for Bergamo. The only downside of that card is that you can just pop it instantly. You can pop it instantly. It doesn't protect itself unless your opponent attacks. Like if they gave it barrier, I think the card would be way too good. I think if it had a barrier, I think it might have been like an SR, in my opinion. Because I like that they're basically making it like the show when he was fighting Goku. Because basically whenever it just gets beefier and beefier and beefier and beefier, and at some certain point it becomes impossible to run over as long as you have the hand. Like, sure, that power is only for your opponent's turn, but that's damage you're saving. Because at the end of the battle, you just put it back to active, and you do that. It's basically the 6-drop Frieza, and I think that card's really good. Now, what else? Also, the rulings. So I'm really satisfied with the rulings. In my opinion, I feel like they made Cold Bloodlust much better. And it makes a lot more sense too. The fact that you can respond to an effect that can bring out a card from your hand or deck is really nice. And play Cold Bloodlust to like try to bait him out. What else? So basically, a prime example, like it is very, very confusing to read on the Dragon Ball page. So let's just say this is Baby Cell. So Baby Cell has Union Absorb. So when you declare Union Absorb, your opponent can Cold Bloodlust in response to it. Well, I mean, you still have to put the 17 under your cell in order for you to be conditioned. But the fact that Cell says you can go up to, which means you can bait out the Cold Bloodlust and fail search. And then you just put an additional 17 under. You are negging yourself, but you are still getting out the 5-drop if they don't have like an additional Cold Bloodlust, which is super nice. So then you go the 5-drop, and then your opponent can do the response again. Since the 5-drop also has Union Absorb, it's like, oh, I'm gonna do Union Absorb, put the 18 under, Cold Bloodlust, and then you just say it fails, and then do Union Absorb again. So like, let's say you try to Cold Bloodlust the card that comes out. So let's say your opponent puts the 17 under, and you're like, sure, that's fine. They bring out the 5-drop Cell, and you Cold Bloodlust. The effect of the Cell will still go off, and then its skill will be negated. So you will still pop one and draw one, and then the skill's negated because the opponent missed the correct timing to do it. So that's a big thing too. It's the same thing for Crusher Ball. If you don't Crusher Ball at the right time, the card that comes out does not get rested. So basically, you basically paid 1 for nothing, which is a super neg. And the same thing applies to like evolving and stuff too. When your opponent evolves, I believe they have to reveal they evolve in their hand or something, and then when it comes in, they get no effects. Let's see. What else is there? Babidi. I feel like Babidi got hit way too hard. So Babidi's a 6-drop, which is already hard to deal with. It's only a 10k. But I feel like the fact that you have to have 6 or more red energy in order to play the damn card is pretty obnoxious unless you're playing like mono red. Because as soon as you put 1 energy down, like isn't a red card, you're already screwing yourself over. So I would think that the best deck to play Babidi and would still be Multicolored Vegito was the leader. Yes, I know Babidi is dumb. But I think like the best deck for that now personally would be Vegito was the leader that makes all your Goku and Vegetas blue, red, green. Just because your Vegetas and your Gokus and your energy are blue, red, green, so it doesn't matter which ones you place because they still have the red trait in there. So that makes Babidi still alive in that deck. I'm excited for Vegito. Like I said before, I don't really like the leader. I feel like it's really, yeah, probably only deck. That we get like legit benefits off of it. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Vegito leader, it's basically just if you have 10 or more in your drop, it gets the double strike, and it gets 5k as well. Oh, that's a cramp. I really like the new 7-drop Vegeta with triple strike. It's something they really needed. I just don't like that it's green. I wish it was red still. Really good. Pator for 5. When it comes into play, you choose one card from your opponent's hand, one card from the field, and place into the drop, and then you can draw 2 cards, and then choose 2 cards from your life and add them to your hand. So the card basically nags your opponent for 2, and you draw 4 technically. So it's super nice card, triple strike. It doesn't swing for an insane amount of power, but it's still really nice. The Brawly promo is insane. I feel like that card alone will make Brawly meta. Just because of Caulifla, Kaba, the fact that your own skills can't be popped by your skills, that your own battle cards can't be popped by your skills. So it makes the Brawly like, oh sure, just swing, I'll target this, it can't die. Because of Caulifla. And the fact that Kaba reduces the cost of Caulifla and kills in your hand by 1. And that Kaba can the fact that Kaba can call the Caulifla for free. So tokens can only be taken out by skills that say up to. So skills that say like, oh, knock out an opponent's battle card with a cost of 3 or lower means they cannot, because tokens do not have a cost. Let me see if I have an example of a card that can and cannot do it. Like, for instance, the Bardock promo. The Bardock promo can kill tokens because it says up to, which means it's starting from basically 0 and on. So basically it can kill tokens. Reason why, what's the card? I'm trying to remember it, but I can't. And I know I have an example in my folder somewhere. There we go. Is it this one? So this is a prime example of what cannot kill a token. Let me see if that focuses. No. It's not focusing, but its skill is. This is Raging Attacker Vegeta. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. So yes, it says 4 or less, but it means from 4 to 1, basically. So it doesn't hit for 0. Like Beerus says the same thing. When this card attacks, if you have 3 or more energies, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and KO it. So neither side can kill tokens. So only cards that say up to can kill tokens. Like the Goku, for example. The one that can get triple strike if you have Krillin in your drop. That card is a perfect example of what can kill tokens. Because it says up to 6, I believe, what it says. So the fact that it says up to, which means you can wipe out like 40 tokens and still kill cost of 6 or less. I'm trying to find something in here. I don't think there's anything in my folder that does that. Like cards that say like, oh, like Beerus, the 4-drop Beerus. Let me see if I can find one really quick. Like for instance, that card can kill tokens. Wow, the heck? I play 4. There we go. So this card, like the Beerus, he can kill tokens because he says choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO the card. He doesn't specify on cost or anything. Same with Brawling. What else? What else? So the errata that I really not ruling I really dislike, but it makes perfect sense as well. Why they did it is the evolving technique. So let's use this as an example again. So let's say this is or like just the Vegeta leader. You use its skill to give a crit, you awaken. It does not have crit anymore. I personally do not like that, but then again, I agree of why they did it because of things that you can do as Ultra Instinct. Like as soon as I found that, I was like, oh, the dream is dead. Because like for instance, this card gets dual attack, and this was the Soul Striker Goku leader. It makes it just so good. So it gets dual attack for the turn when you evolve it, and then you can play EX Evolve with Ultra Instinct, place it on top. You now have a 35k beat stick that has dual attack, and your opponent cannot combo when it attacks. So their only option is to negate, and they don't have negate in their hand. You basically win because that's 6 damage to the face. Because at that point in the game, your opponent has probably taken at least 2 life, and your opponent just cries because they can't win. But now the only thing that transfers is power. What else is on the ruling? I'm trying to remember. Hey, I'm using my phone as my camera. And my internet's being a bit wonky right now, so I'm just using my generic internet from my phone from my provider. What else? What else is gonna be good? I'm thinking about making a Goku GT deck, but then again, I'm not because I don't think there is a searcher. I haven't looked at the entire area of set 3. I think there was a pan searcher that searches for a pan or a Goku GT or something, like top 10 or something, I think. Or adds both, I'm not too sure. It's a 1-drop, I think. That looks interesting. The baby deck looks interesting. You know, I think Cell will still be a really good leader. A really good leader just because the Cell leader itself puts really good matchups depending on whatever you're playing. It's just that the fact that it kills 3 or lowers by putting a card from your hand under it is just really good. And he's still an android too, which means you can abuse the new combo card that androids got. When you combo it, your opponent discards a card. So like let's say your opponent plays a Cabo or something, or even if you're playing mirror match against androids and they're using like android leaders, 17 18, it's like sure they can play their 17 or 18, and then you're like sure next turn I'm gonna put a card another, I'm gonna pop that card, you paid 2 energy for nothing, and so that's dead. Or even if they play Cabo, it's like sure you'll take 2 damage, and then you'll just go pop. Okay, sure you gave me 2 cards for free, and you lost your card, so now you paid 1 for nothing. And then the other side, when you awaken, you're going to draw 2. You're going to put a card under, and you're going to draw 2 more cards. So that's already plus 4 cards, including your draw phase. That's 5 cards. And then you can take 2 out from under and just kill anything they have. That's very annoying. The only thing about it is that barrier will be a problem. But I don't think there are a lot of things that have, a lot of 1-drops that have barrier. What else? But I do think Cell's gonna be a really good leader. Maybe not against barrier, but the fact that it gives you hand size. Mirror match. Mirror match is just whoever rushes to play the 7-drop first. Me personally, I don't play Cell. I've only seen people play it, so I don't know how the correct answer to that is. I've never seen somebody play. Whoever rushes to try to get out the Cell first, they usually lose because it's like, sure, your turn 3 play, you're going to get your 7-drop Cell out while your opponent is still at a high life. It's like, okay, sure. Dump my hand back to 3. Let's say I'm at 5 life. You're going to hit me, right? So that's 2 more cards to my hand from my life. I'm going to awaken. I'm going to draw 2. You're going to draw for turn. And then you're going to use Cell skill. Draw 2 more. So you went from 3 to 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in your hand. 10 cards in your hand from just going all that. And it's like, sure, you have a fancy Dirty K beat stick, but now I can just use my cell leader to pop your cell, and then I can go into what else? Sorry for the buzzing. Let me decline that. Yeah, like it is a good idea not to awaken Cell to 5 life. But then again, Cell usually plays TN. It's your answer to self-awakening. It is a little hefty because you are dealing 2 damage to yourself. But even then, it's like, sure, you can combo with a TN in your hand. They can leave it. But if your opponent's smart, they'll just pop up with their Cell leader. What else? What else? So they'll get like maybe 2 less cards in their hand, but they're still gonna have a fat hand to do whatever they want, basically. Then it's like, okay, sure, I'll poke you down, and then I'll dump your hand size to 7. So like, they're gonna poke you. They're gonna awaken you. You're gonna choose to awaken or not. That's up to you. But if you awaken, sure, you're gonna draw all those cards. But then they're gonna sell you. You're only gonna have 3. And then sure, you're gonna draw for turn. You'll have 3 cards. And then put a card under. You'll have 2 cards. But then you'll only have 5 cards in hand. Yeah. So you have 3. You draw. You have 4. Pull 1. You would have 5 cards in hand, which is not compared to how many cards you gave your opponent. Okay, there's a muscle cards. I like them. I just don't like that they're green. Like that one drop indestructible they got, blocker. It's nice, but the fact that it can't go to active makes it trash. Like I can understand why it's there, because if you bring that out and you bring out 2-drop Goku Black, they're indestructible. And then you can just easily Potoro, which is super good. I really like the 7-drop. The 7-drop is really nice. It hits 2 cards in hand or 2 cards on field and puts them in the drop. And it has double strike, indestructible. Has a 7-drop triple strike, indestructible. And is just really, really nice. And I really like the Goku Black that gets tokens out. I think that's really nice too. And that they have a combo power, which means they're not just willy-nilly. Only downside is that they're only 10k. What else? What else? The Zamasu cards are really nice. What else? The red cards or whatever is like that robot deck. It looks like that's gonna be really bad. Oh, so let's talk about that 10-drop Fu. The 10-drop overwhelm. So the 10-drop overwhelm 10, I believe, and you pay 1. Or overwhelm 6, I think. Is really nice because it's like, sure, I'm at 11 mana or something. I'm gonna play the 10-drop Fu. So the 10-drop Fu skill, it's a 30k double strike beat stick. And you're not gonna mind a swinging at your opponent with it, because its skill is when it comes into play, until the beginning of your next turn, your opponent cannot activate anything that isn't their leader card. So that means you can attack with your 30k beat stick. They can't even choose to negate. Or they can't even choose a counter because they're trying to activate something from hand. Which is really, really crazy. So I think that card's going to be really good in this deck, and I can't wait to try it out when it comes out. What else? What else? The promos are pretty good. The new shop promos are really, or like I said, are pretty nice. No, I talked about it. I talked about it earlier. I don't really like the new Vegeta leader. I like the first side because when it attacks the leader card, you can draw a card. But then at the same time, you don't want to give your opponent resources that early on, because then they're going to have a big hand. And Shugesh? Who's Shugesh? But yeah. Brawly's going to be busted. Yeah, Vegeta Leader, I don't really like it. I still like the other one just because of the permanent. The permanent makes the deck playable much better. And this one, which Shugesh again? Which combo card for Brawly? There's only 2 of them. You were talking about the Android one. That one doesn't work. Oh, that one. Yeah. But you can't even use that with Brawly. Yeah, that's yellow. Brawly's green. That card's yellow. So that doesn't even work. So yeah, Vegeta Leader, I like it because it makes everything better. And yeah. You can't use Shugesh with Brawly Leader. Brawly's green. Your leader has to be yellow for that card. To get the effect off. Well, what else? What else is there to talk about? I'm debating about making like that weird baby deck or the robot deck, but I feel like that's not going to be good. It feels too janky. Maybe I'll make a Pan deck. Pan looks really fun to make. Just because, like, when it comes into play, you choose all your other red battle cards and your red leader. They get double strike and double strike and 5k power, and that's super nice. It's like a better version of Goku, except that it doesn't target itself and it doesn't bounce back the hand. But the combo card does. The combo card, your leader has to be yellow, so that Shugesh combo card super combo does not work. That Shugesh combo card does not work. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, stop. Okay, I'm not gonna do anymore, Aaron. Majin Buu, I'm excited for that too. I love Majin Buu. I'm excited for that Kid Buu. That Kid Buu card's really nice. The fact that it makes itself 60k and it's triple strike when it comes into play. And that its auto makes it go into active. So basically you can evolve into it, swing for 60k triple strike, use another EX evolve in your hand by pitching 2, playing 1, it goes into active, gets 60k again, and then you swing again. It's a very scary card and super nice. And I like the 4-drop Evil Buu, the Gray Buu, that makes the Buu on top of it, directly on top of it. It gives it barrier, which is super nice. What else? I feel like there's going to be a good amount of Majin Buu. A lot of people are hyping up Apes. They just look really good. But the only card I have iffy with is, like I said, the March of the Great Apes. That card's good, but only to an extent. What else is there? I almost forgot about Boo. Yeah, that works with the Kale and the Kabas. Not the Kale, the Caulifla. No, I don't think Black Card's overpowered. The fact that you can only overwhelm once per turn makes it balanced. But yeah, I mean, okay, I don't know what you're asking. If you're saying to use a Broly leader and use Shugesh, that does not work. Your leader has to be yellow. If you use a Broly leader, it will not work. Because Broly's not yellow. It's a regular combo card if your leader, if you're a 4 life or less, and your leader is yellow, then the effect goes off for plus 10k and you call a card. Like I see what you mean because you can call and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. That promo is really good. That promo is really good. But green yellow, that sounds really nice. Putting the Brawly in the mix was there. I already ordered 4 of the 6 drop. Yeah. No, I see what it means. Yeah. That actually probably works a lot. But I don't think Caulifla would be needed. Like I personally think Caulifla is really mediocre. Like yes, its skill is really good. It's a 20k 2-drop, and it can self-awaken you. But other than that, I like it. I just don't like the fact that it gets the most use out of it in a Brawly leader deck. Oh well, no. I'm just saying in general. Like I see what you mean though. Like you can combo with the yellow card. You can call Kaba. Kaba can call a Caulifla. And then you can just pay 3 to bring out the Kale. Or if you already have a Kaba out, you can just bring out the Kale with the Sugesh. That's a good question. I honestly don't know. I would have to read Mega Frieza word for word. I think it would still work for costing, like, reducing the amount. Just because, like, for example, objection, it's a 2-drop, but you can reduce it by 1 and still play it. Right, I was right. But yeah, I can see Brawly was out. Like that Brawly promo was just really good. And the fact that it makes a 6-drop a 3-drop makes it super insane. You can hit 2 cards and bring out a 30k double striker, which is really scary. What else? The 7-drop food promo, I think it's really good. It's obvious. It's better than Princess Speed. No, you cannot because of the errata. All old 10k boost have the errata now that they do have super combo on it. So you can only have 4 in your deck. Like you can probably mix and match. That works too. I mean, you could run maybe like two Trunks Protector of Children, and then 2 of the Android one, because that's 4 super combos. There's no ruling about that, as long as you don't go more than 4 super combos. What else is there? Oh yeah, so again it was like a Caulifla, like separate from the other thing. Caulifla, I feel like she will only be like a $10 to $15 card. Like I said, she is a good card. But basically, when you play her in a deck that isn't Brawly, I feel like she's only there just for the Kale. And being a card that's only there for just 1 card, like sure you can search Kale now off a Kaba, but the fact that you can still whiff it, and the fact that you still need to have the card in your hand, makes it sort of a waste. Because she's like, sure, I'm gonna play Kill. Okay, so that's all she's gonna do. She's just gonna look after that. After you play the Kill, she's just gonna sit there, look pretty, and that's basically all she's gonna do. Because you're never gonna want to attack with her because you want her to be alive, or maybe after you play your Kill, you want to attack with her. The reason why I say she's much better in Brawly is because in Brawly you're probably gonna play 4 KO, 4 Caulifla, 4 Kava, and when you awaken with And the reason, when you awaken with Brawly, it's like, sure, I'm going to keep attacking. You're still going to pop something. I'm just going to choose the Caulifla or any other battle card that I have, and it's not going to die. So I'm going to draw one, you're going to discard one. And that's getting full use of Caulifla every single turn. So, like, the price right now where people are trying to pre-sell her is like $25 to $30. Is very obnoxious and stupid in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, she's a great card. Yes, she's a good self-awaken. You pay 2, comes in, oof. So good. But a real question that I want to answer is, so she says your battle cards can't be placed in the drop area due to skills, or due to your skills, or due to any of your other skill thingies. So what I want to say is that if Caulifla is out, do you need to even play Brawly's Ring in the deck? Because Caulifla doesn't specify from where your battle card goes. Like, let's say your opponent tries to discard a card from your hand, and then you're like, oh, I can't pitch that card. You reveal it, it's a battle card, so it cannot hit the drop zone due to Caulifla's skill. So I don't know exactly how that works. I'm pretty sure Caulifla probably means like battle area, but I think that's a great question to ask if anybody, these 5 people watching, know about that. It's like, sure, like, I'll hit a card in your hand. Oh, but it's a battle card. You can't send it to my drop. Like, oh, why not? Oh, because Caulifla says you can't. So like I said, Caulifla, best use, most use in a Brawly deck. Because every turn, she's getting worked on. She's getting worked on by Brawly Leader. No, I think... Oh my god, who's calling me? Go away. What were the comments? No, see? Nick, I want to say that's wrong. Because, for Mecha Frieza, the 4-drop promo, it says, look at your opponent's hand and play a battle card in your opponent's hand, which means they are battle cards in your hand. Like, sure, your opponent's saying, but he's still looking at your hand, and he gets to choose a battle card you find there, which means they are battle cards. The common cards I think are going to be worth the most, I want to say, are the new Nimbus, the new super combo for blue, because that card is basically a Jocko on crack. The fact that he bounces stuff back, it's like, oh sure, bounce back, bounce back, bounce back, bounce back. Yeah, I know Golden Frieza refers to being on field, but then again, we still ask about Caulifla. I mean, like I'm pretty sure it means like on field, but like just for hand stuff like that. What else? Oh yeah, so yeah, the blue battle combo card, common. The Nimbus Negate. The SR cell. The 7-drop cell one, the one that discards their hand to 3. What does the Mirror Leader do again? If you know by the top of your head. All I remember is that you mill card and it gets crit or something. What else? Super Jedi Do 24. Just wait till the set gets released. People are just overpricing them right now. The Black Super combo card is nice for, like, I want to say black deck. Like, it's a nice card that can be splashed in, but I don't think it's better than the current combo cards we currently have. It's better only to the fact that Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Nick, but okay. The singles, don't worry. Wait for the set to officially be released, so all the prices can actually like vary now. It's just the fact that Bandai's doing a thing where they're promoting the game even more by having shops do certain tournaments, and then the prizes being packs from set 3. And there's always impatient people to buy stuff. Like they need to have it now. It's like, sure, you can have it, but it's not legal, so you can't use it in a tournament. Just wait. Everything will drop. The commons will be really cheap. Because set 2, there are that many expensive commons and stuff. And the big thing I fear about is the commons and uncommons that become foil. I feel like people are going to overprice those a lot just because, like, oh no, it's a foil, but it's still a common. It's like Pokemon. Sure, you can have a rare, but a reverse rare. Oh, that's what he's asking. Yeah. That works. Mirror is an Android, yeah. I haven't really looked at the entire set, but I feel like those cards I mentioned are gonna be like the most expensive. SRs, I feel like the Bardock 5-drop black card is gonna be worth a lot just because it's a even hard casting that card. It's good because you get a 5-drop 30k triple strike for a 5-drop, which is insane. I also think the Monster Reborn for green is going to be really good because it's like, oh, you can combo as your Kale. You can pay 4 instead of 5. Well, pay 4, and bring out the kill seal, so you don't have to worry about. It's like, you can combo defend yourself. You play the Monster Reborn, bring back the kill, pop stuff, and then you get pluses and stuff. I feel like that's gonna be worth a lot. The black card, Monster Reborn, that brings a card back from Warp. I think that card's really nice too. I really like the black negate. The fact that you can recycle it, like pitching 2 cards and adding it back to hand. I like that a lot. What else? The cheapest SRs, in my opinion, are going to be the Ronaldo 7-drop red card. I think that card's gonna be really cheap because it's honestly not that great. It's pretty bad. Maybe Super Android 13. I feel like that might be cheap as well. I really want to see what the effect of the SCR does, because now we know that it's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I want to know what that does. That card's obviously going to be expensive because it's probably going to be 1 per case like the Vegito. Oh yeah. So let's rewind. Go all the way back to the apes. So I was debating about putting the Goku, the Kid Goku ape. I like it. I just don't like that. It doesn't really do much. It does stun energy, which is really nice. And I do like the Bardock ape, the 6-drop or 5-drop. That when it evolves on top, you stun the leader. I think that's really good. But I wish it had the same effect where when you combo it, you play it on top. It's just that like those cards, I feel like they're still gonna be in the deck, but they're not gonna be like 4 ofs anymore, or like 3 ofs, maybe 2 ofs. Max Sane is just really good because it's basically a poor man's Kale. Because it pops 5 and lowers, just like Kale, and it's a 20k double strike. Trunks is good just for the sheer fact that it can come out really early, and you get to choose what to add to your hand. Also, like for example, I feel like the new food promo from the shop tournaments, I feel like that card might replace Time Patrol Trunks just because it draws 2. It draws 2, and it's a 25k double strike. So you overwhelm for 6 and you pay 1, you draw 2, which is super nice instead of just looking at the top 2. Like you could probably run both just because Trunks is really easy to get out. It's only 3 cards in your drop. But I feel Black Hearts might change the game. But just remember, Overwhelm is only once per turn, which is I think is really smart that Bandai did that, and that you can't just like spam out free stuff like nonstop. There's still a lot of like I want to make almost every deck basically though, even if it's bad. I still make it. I'll give you guys deck profiles. I'm debating about buying boxes. I'm really like 50-50 on it. Like I want to buy boxes, but I'm like I could save a lot more money if I just buy singles. But I really feel like buying sealed will be the thing I'm going to do. The smarter thing to do. What else is there to talk about? Talk about the decks and stuff. Majin Buu, apes, androids. Really sad that there is no Janima cards. I really hope like in the future set there are like a Rail cards because she's my favorite character in Dragon Ball. Hence the name Rail DBS. I feel like that's I'll be really excited for that. I will like bling out the crap out of that deck. Just so cool. The promos are all good. The Frieza one's really nice. The was a Xeno Evolve for 6. You hit 2 cards in the opponent's hand and play them. If they're not battle cards, you discard them. And it has Triple Strike. The Bulma's interesting. It's a 1-drop. You choose any opponent's battle card that's 3 or less, and you can rest it. That card's very interesting as well. What else? The Goku promo, the Kaioken Goku. You can't win the game, but your opponent you can't win the game or lose the game, but neither can your opponent. That card's really funny. Seen a lot of funny posts about that. If I punch my opponent, do I lose the game? No. Running out of things to say. I think this might be the end of the broadcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. Thanks to everybody who came. It wasn't that many people, but I enjoy doing this. I like making videos. Any more questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll try my best to reply to them as fast as I can. Remember to rate, comment, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. I do not have a social media. I'm on Facebook, pretty much it. I'm in the Dragon Ball discussion page. I don't have a Facebook page. Maybe I'll make one, maybe not. But you can always find me on here. But like I said, if you ever want to ask me anything, just comment on one of the videos, and I'll try my fastest, if I'm not working, to answer it. If I don't answer fast, it's usually because I'm working. Well, so thanks again, guys, for watching.